we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the god... But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least... Wait a second. Look! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
One way to draw your target out of hiding.
would lead to a village or something. But, look, she's sitting over there. Wait, what should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly. Oh! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on. Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... good question.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're taking. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But then... So, how are you doing?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However,
Further observation?
no need to be hasty, as long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude, if you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely the rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen, for now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay? Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But, oh, Paimon gets it now. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's... But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Yesterday, a total of 5 dusk birds flew by.
All right, next let's see your right hand. But please remember that you still need to be careful.
Yes, I will.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along.
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of...
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now.
Yes, you can count.
So, Kale, Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities, they handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest. As for Master, well, today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean this. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard to reach. By the way, Kale, do you know it?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater? Oh, is that the name of...
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser...
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too...
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to... Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to... Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry.
It's alright, Kale. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch, but in one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I had been...
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of...
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing So that's...
Don't mention it. We are friends after all.
You both have my thanks. Well, you two are up... I'm not a very good climber, so I'll go check the facilities up ahead. By the way, once we're done with our work here, would you like to chat some more?
At it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda, Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukadevata? The name does seem to fit this. Well, anyway, let's get started on cleaning the statue. Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break.
Yay! Food! What kind of Hey! Don't be a party pooper! It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides,
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita. What?
No! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime.
Yay! Thanks, Kale!
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kale started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must... Oh, Well, it's getting late now.
Huh? What was up with Kali just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide.
Take it easy.
Incoming! Don't blink! I knew this day would come. Speed of light! Incinerate! Yeah. Boom boom!
You'll get frostbite. Flash frost.
Incoming! With sword from shadow!
It's time for a flash freak.
Incinerate! Yeah.
Oh no!
Motion to compel!
Hi!
Busted! Take it easy.
Pry this off the side! Go!
Gotcha!
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back! Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
The rainforest climate is far more pleasant than that of the desert.
I'm dead on my feet. I think I'll stay here a while.
Navigating the world is a whole lot.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tighnari? What are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition.
You mean she's sick? How could she be...
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some...
So, Tighnari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale, well, And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time.
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier?
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything. Lest she... With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization...
What?
It appears you are already familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars.
Oh, Paimon had...
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry.
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good...
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown, though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently, though a moderate amount of physical exercise is all right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think
Yeah, we'd like to...
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a danger...
No problem.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant...
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
You give, you receive.
your supplies often when you're out in the wild.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. If you could manage to gather 4 of, we'll rendezvous here once you've...
We've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari! We found...
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience...
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling...
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you...
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you... Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari! What?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't... As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision.
It seems the rumors about you are true. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville.
Don't blink! Wrap up with flame!
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants... Oh, Paimon doesn't like...
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for... Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't push your... Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Motion to compel! Nowhere to hide.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Incinerate! Busted. Motion to compel. Time for your arraignment. Speed of light.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering. Yes, thanks to you two. We were able—
Tainari? You make it sound like we—
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have—
Huh?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academy— No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that— By the way, have you heard of Irminsul? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface, although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a— Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected. And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the withering zone. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being.
Incoming! Take it easy.
recent catch was great. Definitely have enough for a grand feast this time.
5 dusk birds.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken. Huh. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the...
Oh, her? How...
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes, allow me to explain. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time, needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still... I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how'd you know?
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed that he could... And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described... That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations, because what you saw is of significant importance. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with... I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of...
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. Please, wait here for... Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for her. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her. No. I should be the one thanking you.
Hypatia...
Anyway, please take... I'll go prepare Kale's medicine now. Rest assured, Kale...
Recent catch was great. Definitely have enough for a grand feast this time.
Yesterday, a total of 5 dusk birds.
Speed of light!
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait. Huh? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh. Wow. This place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Quietly now.
Don't blink!
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
of light! Hey! Busted. Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. Inadmissible evidence! Boom!
Fallen Emma, help!
Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Incinerate! Quietly now. Don't blink!
What is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
eyes.
Time for your arraignment! Motion! Gotcha! Game's up. Fun's over. Hey! Incinerate! Quietly now.
The end will come.
Just like we rehearsed.
With sword comes shadow.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick, let's... Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about... Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent it.
I see. So, your friend... I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save...
Well, actually, we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here...
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw...
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had... You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia,
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. I was convinced they'd never show up again. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable.
Let's use the empty... Oh, it smells,
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives.
So why does this incense allow...
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Ruka Divine. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to be naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with her...
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question.
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's taking in any sense similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're...
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant stuff...
Whoa, you're really
As a member of the Ritawes Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. Which is why I must turn to the... If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our...
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul...
Of course I do. Especially during nights. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself.
What's so strange about that?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, the sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, it was incredible. Though I don't back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the thing?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. World... if only I could ascend past Satyavada like... If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Now that we know Hypatia is all right...
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask about... Even though that little neighbor of mine was able to induce a state of dream, the end of your dream seemed quite terrifying. Not to worry, though. I'm sure you'll be able to... As someone from Sumeru who cannot dream, I needn't ever worry about nightmares. Heading out, I see? If there's any... Sumeru researchers use Spirit-born Ale to assist them in connecting with Irminsul. Unfortunately, I cannot help you understand your... I hope that I'll be able to ascend. Heading out, I see? If there's any... I've heard local children here in the rainforest speaking of fairy-like creatures. But I'm from Sumeru City, and have never heard of such things when I was a child. Perhaps this is because I had a very strict upbringing. My parents would seldom allow me to play with other children. I doubt they'd ever And speaking of my little... I've noticed on several occasions that as they're playing under the trees... They'll suddenly tense up and... Perhaps I should ask... Heading out, I see? If there's anything else, take care. Do...